What happens 49 days after you die? Know the Buddhist secret of the bardo. There are around 500 million Buddhists in the world, with the majority of them concentrated in China, Japan, Thailand, and Tibet. Buddhism is the fourth largest religion in the world and emerged about 25 centuries ago. There are several types of Buddhism, such as Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, Zen, and Pure Land, each with its practices and emphases. What happens after we die? It's one of the greatest mysteries of life. While different religions and philosophies provide unique perspectives, Buddhism offers a profound and deeply transformative view of life, death, and what comes next. Join us as we explore the Buddhist teachings on life after death, the cycle of samsara, karma, and the ultimate liberation from this endless cycle, nirvana. The cycle of samsara. At the heart of Buddhist thought lies the concept of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Unlike linear perspectives of life and death, samsara is an unending loop shaped by our actions, desires, and ignorance. Buddhism teaches that samsara is a state of dukkha, or suffering, rooted in our attachments and cravings. Every action we take generates karma, the law of cause and effect. Good karma brings positive outcomes, while bad karma leads to suffering, both in this life and in the next. But samsara is not a destination, it's a challenge. A challenge to break free from the illusions that bind us to the cycle of rebirth. Rebirth and karma. In Buddhism, death is not the end, it's a transition. What continues after death is not an eternal soul but a flow of consciousness, shaped by karma. This process is called rebirth, or punarbhava. Depending on accumulated karma, rebirth can occur in one of the 6 realms of samsara. The celestial realm, home to divine beings. The human realm, filled with both suffering and opportunity for spiritual growth. The animal realm, marked by instinct and survival. The hungry ghost realm, characterized by insatiable cravings. The demon realm, a state of intense anger and conflict. And the hell realm, a place of severe suffering. Each realm reflects the quality of one's karma, but no realm is permanent. Everything in samsara is impermanent, just as life itself. The bardo, the intermediate state. In Tibetan Buddhism, there is a fascinating concept called the bardo, the state between death and rebirth. It's said that consciousness lingers in this transitional state for up to 49 days, encountering vivid visions and mental projections. These visions are influenced by karma and can be terrifying or enlightening. For those prepared through spiritual practice, the bardo offers a chance for liberation from samsara. But for most, the bardo is another step on the journey of rebirth, leading to a new life shaped by past actions. Nirvana, liberation from samsara, 18 to 2300 hours. If samsara is the cycle of suffering, then nirvana is its antithesis. Nirvana is the ultimate goal in Buddhism, the liberation from samsara and the extinguishing of suffering, desire, and ignorance. Unlike the concept of heaven, nirvana is not a place. It's a state of being, where the cycle of rebirth ends. Enlightenment, or awakening, is realizing true reality and freedom from the illusions perpetuating suffering. For those who attain nirvana, there is no more rebirth, no more karma, and no more suffering. It's the final liberation. Anatta, the nature of self. Central to Buddhism is the doctrine of anatta, or no self. Unlike other spiritual traditions that teach the existence of an eternal soul, Buddhism rejects the idea of a permanent, unchanging self. Instead, what we think of as self is a collection of 5 aggregates: form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness, all of which are impermanent. This understanding challenges us to let go of ego and attachment, the root causes of suffering. It's a profound shift in perspective, one that opens the door to freedom. The path to enlightenment. Buddhism teaches that liberation from samsara is possible through spiritual practice. Meditation, for cultivating awareness and insight. Ethical living, to generate positive karma. And wisdom, to see reality as it truly is. In Buddhism, death is not the end but a step on an eternal journey. While this journey may seem daunting, it's also an opportunity to transform suffering into liberation, ignorance into wisdom, and impermanence into peace. Summary of Buddhist doctrine on life after death. Samsara, the ongoing cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, in which consciousness is reborn in new forms of existence, depending on accumulated karma. Karma, the law of cause and effect, shaping rebirth and living conditions. Rebirth, consciousness transmigrates to a new body after death, and the type of rebirth is determined by karma. Bardo, the intermediate state between death and rebirth, where consciousness may have visions related to karma. Nirvana, liberation from samsara, achieved through enlightenment, and extinguishing suffering. Anatta, no self. There is no immutable self, being is a flow of consciousness conditioned by karma. Spiritual practice, following the Buddhist path, including meditation, wisdom, and ethics, is the way to reduce negative karma and attain enlightenment.
As we reach the end of our journey through Buddhism's teachings on life after death, it becomes clear that this faith offers profound insights into the nature of existence. It teaches us that life is a journey of spiritual evolution, where each soul strives to reunite with the divine. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Buddhism. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might find inspiration in these teachings. Until next time on The Bible Was Right, may your spiritual journey be filled with light and wisdom.